Hey everyone, welcome back with Beano Mac, where today we are going to look at some facials. Facial comparisons, that is. Today in particular, I will compare both the AKI created games and decide which game had the better facial likenesses, which will reign supreme, the cartoony 99 Attitude Era Wrestlemania 2000, or the more wrestling-based No Mercy. Let's get into it. To start off today, we are going to compare the highest drawing superstar in wrestling history, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, hell yeah!
I think they're both good, but the strange head shapes for the bald characters in Mania hold it back, in my opinion. The smooth, realistic, actually human-looking skull shapes of No Mercy give the edge in Stone Cold's case.
Somebody get me a hot dog and a beer.
Next is Stone Cold's WrestleMania 14 rival, HBK Shawn Michaels. Now, I don't know about you, but both of these faces make me feel pretty uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. The forehead lines add too much detail. It makes me think that these were not safe for our childhood viewing, if we're being honest. For the sheer likeness factor, however, I have to pick No Mercy. The showstopper's running buddy, Triple H, is taking center stage on our next pick. This is another one where I'm not the biggest fan of either face. Mania 2000 doesn't even resemble Triple H at all, and that's strange considering he was one of the biggest stars at the time.
Ew, it looks like a sad old man.
No Mercy looks like an ape, but I can at least see the Triple H influence in it, so that's going to be my choice this time.
If I was you, I'd hit reset now.
Next up is the Dead Man. His No Mercy face looks like he was caught on the toilet pooping, but at least I can actually make it out better than his Mania 2000 counterpart. In Mania 2000, his eyes are practically non-existent. They kind of just collapse into each other, in my opinion. However, that's not all. In Mania 2000, Undertaker has two faces, actually. I believe the Undertaker is the only AKI wrestler to have two faces actually make it into one game. Now, which one is the best out of all three? This has got to be his second face in WrestleMania 2000. I mean, this is vintage Undertaker. This is the face we all think of whenever we think of the Phenom. We're going to continue with the theme of the ministry with Midian.
Everything is going to be just fine. No naked pictures.
I like both of these, but there's a clear winner here, and I'll explain why. They both look like Midian, but in WrestleMania 2000, we can actually remove the Undertaker symbol from Midian's face. That's a separate mask texture. In No Mercy, it is simply a part of his face and you cannot remove it, so you can't create any other form of Dennis Knight if you wanted to, such as the Godwins. And for that alone, we have to go with WrestleMania 2000. Oof, Big Vis is a tough one. They have the same vibe and a similar look going for them, but I have to go with Mania 2000. Why? Well, because that is when he was in the ministry, and I find his face in WrestleMania 2000 to be legitimately terrifying. Plus, their attempt at giving him a mohawk in this game looks pitifully pathetic, and it makes me laugh. I also have memories of creating characters in Mania 2000 and stumbling across this face, and it always gave me a jump scare as a kid. Going with Bradshaw next, they both look pissed and are pretty good in that way. I think the likenesses are also very good, but his face in No Mercy looks comically pissed and not really in a good way. It kind of makes him lose his identity because of it. So because of that, Mania 2000 once again for the win in my opinion. Alright, up next is Farouk, or Simmons if you want to call him that as well. I think they both look pretty decent, however. I want to pick No Mercy, however, because it seems appropriately scaled to his face. See, in Mania 2000, his face looks messy and stretched, but that's just my humble opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think. Starting with the Brood, we'll go with the leader, Gangrel. Now, good old Gang seems to have the same face, just reworked in these games. In No Mercy, it looks like a cat hissing more than a vampire, but they tried too hard with the detail in Mania, and it looks kind of messy for me. A tough one for sure, but I think I like No Mercy's better personally. We're getting close to the edge of this. Right off the bat, his Mania 2000 face stands out and was actually re-added in No Mercy as the last face in the game. It's the eyes that really stick out in my opinion.
Savor the pain. I know I do.
However, it's because of the eyes, I have to go with Mercy. No Mercy features Edge's likeness, and I can pick it out if it was put on someone else's face. However, his Mania 2000 face focuses less on the likeness, and it seems more focused on freakiness. Surprisingly though, it would be better than what is featured in some later entries.
It's Christian!
Mania 2000's face is good. They're both good in fact. But No Mercy's updated graphics definitely give it the advantage in this case. No shame in either face here, although now that I'm looking at it, I can kinda see why Vince McMahon wanted to censor Christian's face upon his debut. Finally, is my favorite superstar of all time, my favorite wrestler in the WWE. It's gotta be Kane. Now, let's skip the mask and just get it straight into the nitty gritty. Removing Kane's masks in both games reveals pretty terrifying results. In Mania 2000, it is a crisp, horrifying face that we all imagined at the time. However, in No Mercy, it is Glenn Jacobs' face with the eyes blacked out. This is another one where neither face should feel shamed, as they're both extremely strong showings for different reasons, but I want to go for No Mercy in this one just because of the added effort of adding in someone's face that we never actually seen yet. Plus, even when removed, no one actually thought this is what Kane looked like at the time underneath the mask, so bonus points for preserving Glenn's identity. Although I gotta say this, a big F you to whoever the hell decided to put his face right above the default creator wrestler face. You know why. Alright though, that'll do it for today. Like and subscribe if y'all enjoyed and want to see more of this type of content. Comment your opinions, as I would love to see what you guys think about these as well. Ring the bell for daily notifications, including playthroughs, reviews, polls, memes, and more comparisons are to come. Sunday is designated AKI Day, so check back next week for more of that sweet N64 classic content. But with that out of the way, please remember to have a nice day.